if he could take the white down behind the brown and the pink. But I don't know if the angle for the double is on, but he can certainly head up towards the brown and pink with the cue ball. He's gone favourite again. He doesn't want to hit the knuckle. That is the end of frame.
Frame conceded, frame for a small.
McManus concedes. So, a grueling, mentally exhausting frame of 41 minutes has ultimately gone to Chris Small, who has gone 3 up with 4 to play at 8-5.
Yes, Al McManus clearly frustrated at the end of that frame, and no wonder it was, as Clive says, a grueling frame. But let's just reflect a little bit early. It seems about a year ago now, actually, Steve. And when Chris did have the chance to tie up the frame, but didn't take it.
Yes, an absolutely fascinating situation here. As you can see, he had the chance of cutting back the black into the pocket, and he turned that down in favour of what some people were saying was a negative shot. He tried to push a yellow safe and try and tie the game up. It's not easy to see exactly the angle of potting of the black pot, how difficult it was, but he had to sum up which was the better percentage chance. If he missed the black and split the balls open, could Alan McManus clear up? If he plays the yellow, puts it on the side cushion, does Alan McManus get back in the game? As it turned out, he may have been ruining his chance on the black there. In the end, he got lucky, a bit lucky. There was that 1 in 10 chance that Alan McManus was going to win that game from behind the brown after that safety shot. It's a real tough decision to make. And of course, it's one of those things, if it goes right for you, nobody even talks about it. If it goes wrong for you, then you regret it for the rest of your career, so to speak. So you live and die by your chances on the table. And in the end, Chris just about made the right decision, I suppose.
He did, but when we're comparing with the likes of very attack-minded players like Stephen Hendry, John Higgins, Ronnie O'Sullivan, would they have hesitated about that chance?
It's difficult to see the exact cutting angle, but I would imagine if Stephen Hendry's watching at home at the moment, he would have been slaughtering Chris for not going for the jugular when he got the chance, to not let Alan McManus back at the table. But it is difficult. It was more of a cut than perhaps we first thought, but I think probably the more attacking players wouldn't even think about things like that, because Chris Small is a more considered player, works out the tactics, works out the percentages, and similar to myself, you start to see those shots of where the value in that shot is of putting the yellow safe and tying the guy in knots. But of course, it's difficult to tie Alan McManus in knots. He was very upset at the end of that frame because he knew he had a chance. He was in control of that safety battle. He screwed him behind the black. There's some great escapes. And in the end, he escaped from a snooker himself and was a bit unlucky that the red caught the middle jaw. It was very, very close.
We're talking about attack-minded and defence-minded players, but really, we've got to put ourselves in Chris's position. It's his first major final. The nerves must be jangling because he knows now he's on the brink.
Yes, and how well did he make the break to get to that 65 point in the first place? He looks in control to me. He looks like the player's going to win it. He's cueing much better than Alan. Alan is really under the cosh now, and he knows how can he get back in the game if Chris is playing so well. Chris has got 4 tries now, 4 bites at the cherry to try and win this tournament, and I think he's going to do it.
Well, this is the first of those 4 bites. Let's return you to Clive and Dennis.
Yes, but if he doesn't take advantage of the first couple of bites, I think that he might be in quite an advanced state of nerves.
Well, that certainly opened the Reds up, and he's got a very good cue ball also. That was a terrific shot. And straight away, he's put Alan in spotted trouble, but that really opened this game up here. And just first glance at the table, he can only get down off the one just above the black and to the left of it, and he's got to find the path, and he didn't. But the fact the white's gone on the side cushion, he was very fortunate there. He could quite easily have left Chris in with something easier than what he's looking at there. Pink's out of commission at the moment. Black's near the cushion. Can't make his mind up. Those are the two reds, the one to the right, the one just to the left that he was looking at. He's back again. He can drop on the black if this goes in. And he doesn't have to do too much with the cue ball. If he can pot this black, there's a red available to the left corner. No, no, that's not going to turn in.
Chris Small, 1.
And this is where it gets a bit frustrating when the crowd starts shouting. There's a lot of crowd shouting for Alan McManus to get back in, but he's got no pot to go at. I know the mean well, but come on, Alan, but what's he got to have a go at? Nothing at the moment. Well, Clive with that black right over the corner pocket. The reds they are. The game looks pretty open at the moment, but it could develop into a bit of a tactical frame if neither player gets an early chance.
Should be able to get back into baulk from the red on the black spot. But he was slightly nervous about leaving a cut to left middle, so he's going to move that red.
And that was a calculated risk. He got a good cue ball. He wasn't sure what was going to happen with the reds. Ooh. Well, the first glance again, I can't see a path back down the table for a safety shot. They're all blocking each other. So we'll have to give this one a little bit of thought. Oh, can he get through to the one that's just to the right of the black to clip the edge of it? Can he pass the brown? Can he pass the other red? What a bonus this would be. That's very tight, but it could be a guide, because if he misses the brown and he misses the first red, he might just snick the back red in. The other one will possibly pass the black. This could be a chance. It was a guide.
One.
But he hasn't dropped on the black. And he hasn't dropped on the green. But that was a guide. If he misses the brown, misses the first red, well, there was the result. Wow. That looks a bit tight though, doesn't it? If he doesn't fancy that, he can just go in behind the green. Can he just see enough of it? Is he just playing it with a little touch aside to bend it round the blue? Big shot. Too big a shot.
Rainbow. Chris Small, 1.
Well, the only possible escape here is to come off the side cushion and just land on that red near the middle pocket. Anything else is going to be very dangerous. Got to be very precise with this. I don't think he's reached.
Foul and a miss.
The miss will be called.
Chris
Everything's
Lawful.
safe. That's the only way I can see Alan getting out of this, is just nestling onto this red.
To leave him in a smother.
He's done a great job here in this final, Paul Collier. It's his second major final. Short again.
Foul and a miss.
Of course, the
Chris
three
Lawful.
miss and you lose the frame. Rule doesn't apply here because he is snookered. He looks cool, this Chris Small, but inside the old butterflies will be working overtime. That's a very good cue ball. Well, he's looking at that red to see if it'll pass the black. That would be some shot to take on at this stage. 8-5 down. There's enough room, but just look where the cue ball is. He thought about it, but that really would be such a risk. But if there's no easy safety shot on, sometimes you've got to try and pot your way out of trouble, but make your mind up time for Alan, and it's the safety. Didn't he find that gap well? What a great shot that was. That's why we call him Alan Angles McManus. What an escape that was. Just watch the path he found for the cue ball.
Red won't go past the black.
I'm not sure if you can see the one in front of that he might be able to see to take on, not the one I've circled, the one in the middle of it. That's the one. Where's the white?
Big difference playing your shot from there rather than from anywhere in the D.
All covering each other to that right corner. But at least the black is not right over the pocket now, the left corner pocket. That was going to cause a problem earlier, but the game is more open now. Still playing it very cagey. This is or could be the biggest frame of his career. Only needs that one frame to lift his first major title. He didn't find the gap that Alan found, so this is a bit of a chance.
It looks bad for McManus at the moment, 8-5 down and within a frame of defeat. But if he can get a couple of frames back, it would start to put a lot of pressure on Small.
One.
Well, he can pop the black, but the only thing is, because it's a thin cut, he's going away from the reds. If he wants to get back up to them, he'd have to avoid the brown and the green. All depends on how thin this black is. Might be able to get a little touch of right hand side and swing it around the bulk colours to get back up the table. A cannon on the red would be good. That is a perfect cannon on the red. So it's not over yet by any means. The only problem with that red that we showed you there is you can't get on the black because it's blocked into the right corner. He's going to have to play up for the blue off this one.
Nine.
Yeah, he's dead straight on the blue. If he can run across to somewhere near the circle, he'll leave that red over the right corner.
Fourteen.
Oh, that's a careless one.
15.
Might still be able to pot the black, but he wanted to come out past that red.
Pink
In
ball.
fact, he can't get to the potting angle of the black. So that was a bad mistake from Alan.
Alan McManus, 15.
Yes, and needing 4-stroke frames to win, he really did need to make a substantial break there. It's so helpful in that sort of situation to win a couple of frames with breaks. It's asking an awful lot to win such a succession of frames in bits and pieces.
Chris will be thinking to himself, if I can just get one good pot to get myself in, I can give myself that chance to win the frame that I need. That's what he'll be thinking, but this is a tough pot that he's looking at. He's thought about it. It looks as if he's going to have a go, just looking at his face there. What a good pot that is.
1.
And the way he played it, there was an element of safety to the shot also, but what a cracking pot to pull out. Now this is the big shot coming up. If he can pot the red into the corner, leave the white where the red is.
6.
That's the one he played for. If he pots this, leaves the white where the red is, or just slightly near there, he's perfect.
Seven.
It was just off straight, but he's done well to hold it. There you can see it wasn't quite straight.
$14.
A bit awkward cueing there. And that was the reason he couldn't hold for good position. Now the red on the pink spot, we know that the black's not available into the same corner. Alan McManus had the same problem earlier, so can't play for the black here. Well, maybe he could. Maybe a red was moved. Maybe that black was available. That's academic.
Thank you.
Because he missed the pot.
So is Small going to falter on the brink of victory? He's looked so composed so far.
Going to watch that red on the right side of the table. I think he can avoid that to get back down past the green and brown. Now, where's the white? Where's the white?
Foul. Alan McManus 4.
It's not all that bad. It's cost him 4 points, but just first glance, there's no easy pot on for Alan. That one near the left corner is very, very awkward. He's coming up to have a look at that red. He was looking at the two reds to see if there were a plant. That's far too risky. Just a safety.
One of the thoughts in McManus's mind will be, make him win it. Don't give it to him.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Clive. He's an experienced campaigner. It's a while since he's won a major tournament, but he knows how to win. He's been in something like 30 semi-finals of major tournaments. He's won 4.
McManus was particularly keen to win a world ranking event in Britain. He's won them in Dubai and Bangkok, never here, although he did win the Masters at Wembley, the circuit's most prestigious invitation event.
And if I remember, Clive, Stephen Hendry had been unbeaten there for I don't know how many seasons.
Yes, 5 in a row before McManus beat him 9-8 in the 1993 final.
There's the mistake that Chris Small has been waiting for. He doesn't make many, but he didn't judge the safety that time.
Frame and match-winning opportunity.
One.
Well, he just let the white run a little bit too far. The black obviously pots past that red. He's got the easy pink in the middle pocket. The only problem with the pink is you've got to go down and up the table. The white had stopped a bit shorter. This would have been a lot easier. Right in the middle of the pocket.
Eight.
The one thing, Clive, that I've
Nine.
admired about Chris Small this week at Preston, after he beat John Higgins 5-1, a lot of players would go out and lose the next match. He went straight out and defeated Ronnie O'Sullivan, the same scoreline.
It's been remarkable how he's played this week. He's long been respected as a
16.
solid, determined, tenacious competitor, but he's taken his game to a new level, particularly in his wins over John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan.
17.
And he spent 11 years seeing people like Stephen Hendry dominate the game, and John Higgins coming along and getting to the top of the world of snooker. His opponent, Alan McManus. Watched all his fellow Scots achieving terrific success in the game, and here he is now doing exactly the same.
23.
Just has to hold himself together for a few more shots.
Thirty-four.
Quite rightly, taking his time. .35 the difference. He's having a look at the scoreboard,
30.
just working out if he was to take 2 reds, 2 blues. And Alan McManus, well, he's had a terrific LG Cup. Some match with Steve Davis last night.
Chris Small, 30.
On the very brink of victory, he falters.
I was surprised
Gentlemen,
he didn't
calling
play
names
a
out
little,
doesn't
I know he
help
was
anybody.
hampered,
Now,
but just
please
a
don't
little
spoil it.
stun shot rather than running through.
I think playing it at that speed, the cue board just fell a little as it ran towards the middle pocket against the nap of the cloth.
Yeah, that's why I thought he might play the little stun shot, because he would have had an easier pot on the blue rather than... Mind you, if he had a potted it, the white wouldn't have finished on the cushion. So. Anyway, that's history now.
Small's first match-winning chance has gone. Still a match on.
Is he taking this on? He'd finish on the black if it goes in, but what a shot. It's okay if he's covered the one, the middle pocket. I think he knew that. That was quite a good shot that Chris played. Had he potted the red, he was on the black. Good chance of covering the one to the middle. Another chance for Chris.
Small's father dares willing his son over the line.
I'll tell you, Clive, they feel more pressure than you do when you're out there playing. It really is terrible for the family to have to sit and watch. the white going to finish?
1.
It's not over yet. He's going to have to play the...
Oh, the relief, the relief.
Had the white have stopped a couple of inches shorter, he would have gone on to win the match. He's going to have to wait again. And to nestle in behind the green is a delicate little shot. Sometimes you see this type of shot, the white just drifts a little bit, so he's got to be very careful here if he's going to nestle on it. Maybe he's not, he's putting it safe.
Chris Small, 1.
That was better, knocking it off the spot. And if he should slip up, the green might come to his rescue. Well, what a pot!
1.
That was do or die, and what a cracking red.
Good cut black, but would like to have finished straighter on this red.
Nine.
That's unlucky. Bit unlucky here. Just flicked that red. Had he have missed the red, he'd have been perfectly on the blue.
Blue ball. Alan McManus, 9.
Just too far.
$27 the difference.
If he pots the red, Alan will need a snooker. Make your mind up time for Chris Small. He's giving it a bit of thought. Just look at him stood there. Should I take it on? Should I play the safety shot? It's quite easy for Chris to send the red back up the table, but he's got to make his mind up. He's weighing up the options. Only he can make the decision. What a great shot. Where's the white though? He's missed the pocket. That deserves to win a match, Clive.
1.
Yes, and I think he's going to tight on the ball cushion, length of the table. That took some nerve.
He's still not over the line yet, but it's hard to describe how Chris Small will be feeling at this moment. It's the best feeling in the world. This is what he's practiced for hour after hour, week after week, year after year, for this sort of moment.
This is a triumph for one of the circuit's most genuine triers. He's always been respected for his ability, but he's produced something special this week, particularly in his wins over John Higgins and Ronnie O'Sullivan. But in going on from there and having the self-belief to actually take the title.
8th frame and the match, Chris Small.
McManus concedes. Small wins. He takes the first prize of £82,500. McManus, 42,500 as runner-up. Chris Small beats Alan McManus by 9 frames to 5 to win the LG Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome the presentation party. It's consisting of John Looker, the Consumer Sales and Marketing Director of LG Electronics, and he's accompanied by Joe Johnson, former World Snooker Champion and a member of the World Snooker Association. Thank you, gentlemen. And first, a cheque for the runner-up of £42,500, and congratulations for a wonderful tournament, Alan McManus. And to the winner, a cheque for £82,500, the trophy and the title of this year's LG Cup, Chris Small. Well, we'll have a little word with you in a minute, Chris, when you've just got yourself settled there. Alan, not quite happening for you today, but of course you'd never take anything away from Chris's performance.
Oh no, Chris was fantastic, I think, all day. I got an early lead, but I think Chris hardly missed a long ball all day and played pretty solid in the balls, and, you know, got to hand it to him. I'm really pleased for him also. He's a lovely lad, and he's one of the nicest lads out here, so, you know, it's nice to see him winning a tournament, so, you know.
You of course had an absolute grueler last night against Steve Davis that went on to all hours. Did that take anything away from your performance today, do you think?
Nah, probably not. No, I mean, the Nugget, you always, you need your bed after playing him, don't you? But, no, Chris played fantastic today. I didn't really get going too much, but that was probably down to Chris. He just outplayed me. So.
Well done.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks, Alan. Cheers. Chris, 11 years a professional, your very first major victory.
It just feels like a dream to beat John and Ronnie in the last 16 in the quarters the way I did, and then get a hard semi-final out the way. And then I was watching Alan and Steve last night, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to be in for a right tussle, doesn't matter who it is. And Alan's turned me over the last 3 or 4 times quite easily, so I knew it was going to be a very hard match. But I didn't play great today, but it was sort of a really solid match snooker, and just delighted with my long pot, and my safety was excellent, and it's got to be like that against Alan.
I think the main thing as well, Chris, is, you know, you've had a really hard draw. I mean, it's not been easy all the way through, has it?
That's right. I mean, I was under pressure my first match coming here, and once I got that out of the way, I felt really good. And then I had Joe Perry after that, and then, you know, we got beat after that. But I mean, it was the draw was up and up, and I was in the hard section, but I came through it, and I've got the trophy.
Well, here's hoping this is the catalyst for more tournament successes. Well done, ladies and gentlemen, the champion LG Cup 2002, Chris Small. Well done, buddy.
and wife Claire, Dad Des, absolutely delighted. This is the best day of Chris Small's 11-year career, and how well does he deserve this? His game was the more solid today, kept his nerve, and went for some extraordinary long pots, which we were applauding here in the studio as well. Well done, Chris Small, you are a champion. How much did he deserve that tonight, Steve?
Oh, he was the better player on the day, and Alan didn't fire on enough cylinders to give Chris a problem. And you know, what a difference a week can make in any sport. Alan McManus obviously has had a great tournament, but Chris Small was actually in a situation where he was staring, dropping out of the top 32 before his first match, as he mentioned there, under pressure. He now wins the LG Cup. He pushes himself how many places up the ranking list, probably guarantees top 32 status at the very least for the next couple of years on the strength of that one performance, and he's a rejuvenated snooker player and can use that as a springboard to future things in the next couple of years.
I was going to ask you about that. What will happen to Chris Small's game now, do you think?
You don't know. I mean, obviously now he's going to be on a higher for the next couple of competitions. He'll just be in dream world as to how he's playing. He may react badly to that. He may not. He may go from strength to strength. He's certainly going to be feared by everybody. He has to play an extra qualifying round before he meets the top 16 players. They're always difficult. But I think probably what that's given Chris Small is the belief that even though he's not one of the top 16 elite, there's not that much difference between them and him.
Indeed. Commiserations to Alan McManus, but he does have a consolation of a £42,500 cheque to take back to Glasgow with him tonight. Well done to Chris, but amongst other things, this LG Cup will be remembered as Steve Davis's Indian summer, but I wonder how Steve and indeed JP will perform in the depth of winter, because our next event will be the UK Championship from the 7th of December when Rocket Ronnie O'Sullivan will be defending his title. Looking forward to that one. It's always a tremendous championship, and we'll be in York from the 7th of December. But Chris Small is the LG Cup champion, and after the week he's had, it's small wonder from us all here in Preston. Good night.